She went, and I assume you feel broken, lost, and helpless. But what if I said you could turn over the "what if I told you" script? You have the ability to make her regret everything ever. In actuality, not only will she let you go, be sorry, but she will wish she hadn't captured you for granted. I will provide you with the ultimate roadmap to transform your sadness into triumph, turning suffering into strength, and cause her to wonder at that particular moment. She chose to leave you these days. 12 strategies will help you change the game. If you're prepared to no longer be the victim and develop into the person you were destined to be. Breakups are awful, they're painful, and sometimes they make us question everything pertaining to ourselves, but this is the sensation. Feeling sorry for yourself won't make things change. If you want her to feel bad about abandoning you, sitting in agony and suffering is precisely what won't work. You must change gears, prioritize yourself, and turn into the man she was unaware of. We're talking about total. She lost. This is a mental and emotional transformation. Bodily, and you know what? This isn't. This is for you, only for her, since by when you've finished adhering to these 12 actions that could make you not even want her to return, stop all communication and go cold turkey. First, all touch goes chilly. Turkey. The first and most crucial guideline is this: immediately cut off all communication. Maybe the most difficult task yet. Believe me, this is the most important. No calls, no texts, no social media stalking. You understand why? As the more you pursue, you show her more, the more she flees. The more you're still infatuated with her. She believes that her choice to, if you stop talking, you're sending a strong message. You're not needed. Demonstrating to her your self-respect sufficient to take a step back, and that quiet. The sound of you ceasing to be accessible, she will begin to question, where she will think about you. More than silence has always been power. Make advantage of it. Men's biggest post-breakup error is persuading themselves that they cannot survive without her. But you know what? Terminating all communication is the first step to taking back your authority, and it lets her know you're not reliant on her for approval, or the loudest message of happiness is quiet. You can email it now. Consider it as the more you attempt to hold on to her, the farther away she gets. But when you let go, you make room. For her to understand the loss she's experiencing when you cut off all communication. Don't underestimate the power of back control. Your quiet can be a tremendous force. Her to reflect on her choices. And every aspect of the partnership. You don't have to stay in her life any longer because, to make her regret losing you, remove her number in case you need to block her. Essential, and occupy your time with fresh activities. The less she is on your mind, the more she will be considering you. Concentrate on eliminating any remembrance of her. Remove old messages from your daily life. Conceal images and fight the impulse to go over the shared memories. You are moving, not forward. Turn yourself around by going backward. Number 2, change yourself. Advance in every aspect. As you remain silent, you ought to spend that time improving yourself. Here's how you transform sadness into a chance to begin going to the gym. Make dietary changes, get in shape, and enhance your mental well-being consistently. You experience a pang of sadness or rage. It, as motivation to improve, becomes stronger and more astute by the time she next sees you. You won't look like yourself. And not just physically, but also emotionally and cognitively. Additionally, splits can seem like the end of the world, but they may also serve as the beginning of something amazing. When she broke up with you, perhaps she anticipated you to fall apart, but what if you changed into a totally new person? Someone stronger, more capable, and more prosperous than she ever would have thought. Now is the moment for you to shine every day. A chance to advance in level, whether it's emotionally, psychologically, or physically. Establish a daily schedule that consists of practice reading and focusing on your own endeavors, and begin learning new things, abilities, whether they are for your profession or simply what you've desired to do. Be so focused on bettering oneself that you're too busy to even consider. She thinks of assuming taking on a fitness challenge and making new friends organization, or making a personal investment transformation development course will be unable to disregard number 3 and take a Stoic stance. Develop a Stoic attitude. Control your feelings. Attitude. A Stoic man is aware that he cannot influence outside circumstances, only his response to them following a split. It's simple to let your feelings run wild. Of you may experience despair or rage. Being envious but acting rashly will just make matters worse. Instead, adopt a Stoic attitude. Concentrate on managing your internal rather than external situations. This isn't about disregarding. Your goal is to master your emotions, rather than focusing on what went wrong or hoping that things would be different. Accept the current state of affairs is completed, and your sole authority is found in how you decide to reply when you display. Your toughness and emotional fortitude automatically distinguish yourself from the majority of people who lose it under pressure. You're not the man, and your ex will realize that. Who will disintegrate due to one setback? You have more ambitious plans. Meditation or mindfulness every day, anytime you experience emotional upheaval, think about what the Stoics thought. Your attitude is something that you can manage, and reaction. Additionally, journaling might assist you in reflecting and remain composed. The less agitated you are, the more authority you keep in this circumstance each time you have a spike in. When feeling bad, take a step back. Breathe and concentrate on long-term objectives, rather than short-term. The fourth frustration is to improve your social network. Create a successful team. You are the culmination of your social circle. 5 individuals with whom you spend the most time. Examine your close circle carefully. Do they encourage you to improve yourself, or are they keeping you in your old habits? If you want her to feel bad about losing, you begin to surround yourself with winners who push you and motivate you and aid in your development. Not just this enhance your life, but she will also observe the persons of high caliber that you are. It hurts a lot to associate with, trust me. Many people find themselves trapped hanging around with the same group wakes up after a break, and this frequently maintains them in the same. Your social circle's emotional mood isn't pushing you to advance in level. It's time to discover new individuals who do when you begin encircling yourself with successful, motivated people. You'll observe how your own life starts to alter, as well as when she notices you're rubbing shoulders with fresh, remarkable individuals. She'll understand that you're going to move into an entire new league, sans her debut joining groups and going to networking events or organizations that pique your interest, and create a strong group of individuals that are going locations that your social circle should represent. People are sought after by the future, not the past. Who motivate you to improve yourself? People who challenge your way of thinking and support your development and assist you in growing your. The fifth horizon become inaccessible. Value is created by scarcity. Inaccessible, the more reachable you are. You appear to be one of the least valuable worst errors men make following a breaking up is attempting to be present at all the time they consider staying near. The less she thinks about it, the better. The more accessible you are, the more she'll miss you. You don't reply appropriately to her communications. You are not always free to hang out. You have activities going on, but do not forget when you grow more difficult to reach. Appealing the instant you turn into unavailable, she will begin to wonder, what's happening? Where are you? What are you doing? And why aren't you responding like when you used to? the regret starts to infiltrate by being difficult to obtain. You turn into a problem once more, and suddenly she's thinking about you again in a manner that is entirely distinct from prior to keeping oneself occupied. Be sure that live a life that isn't centered on your time, is prioritized by her or by anybody else. And focus on the things that are most important to your reduced availability isn't simply concerning disregarding her texts. It's about develop emotional resilience, master your feelings, genuinely occupying your life with worthwhile pursuits that help you. Number 6 gets rather busy. Women who are emotionally powerful are inherently attracted to emotionally stable males and masterful of their emotions. If you're always depressed and angry, or jealousy, rather, it drives them away. You must learn to control your feelings. That does not imply disregarding your emotions, implies handling them in a healthful manner. If you need therapy, speak with a mentor or begin keeping a blog as soon as she notices that your emotional stability will strike her hard, so she knows you're not. You've changed, the man she left behind. Having emotional control doesn't only increase your attractiveness, it makes you stronger in all facets of your life. Most men allow their feelings to rule them, but not you. You are not the same. You recognize that feelings are transitory. Your capacity for emotional fortitude superpower. Whenever you encounter a struggle, remind yourself that you have the ability to regulate your response to the more emotionally resilient you are, the less authority that anyone else will possess over. Here's your number 7. Date new individuals. Don't be a player when you date new people. When it becomes contentious, you must restart your dating life without going out there trying to make or play games. She is jealous, but that isn't the point. The goal is to actually investigate new relationships and demonstrate both yourself and her that you possess choices. When she observes other female are drawn to you, it will make her deepest insecurities. But once more, don't make them considerate of the individuals you date, and you must allow things to unfold organically. Put less emphasis on wanting her back. To acknowledge that there are wonderful people who can provide. Start dating if you have a greater connection. Once more, not to close a gap, but to open oneself to new opportunities. If she observes that you're progressing and that you're a handsome man, it will engender sentiments of regret, but keep in mind that you aren't doing. This is your act of retaliation. Develop, put yourself out there, and start dating. Apps adore going on informal dates, meeting new individuals while being loyal to your. No one should be treated like a pawn in values. Keep it honest and concentrate on your breakup game, on creating deep ties instead of engaging in romantic relationships. For the number 8, allowed her to come for the sake of. Don't chase her. Let her come to you. You're gleaming because you've done the work, expanding and prospering, so take a seat back, and if she reaches out, let her come to you. Don't seize the opportunity to see her keep. You're cool, reply nicely, but stay. Let her feel the weight of your distance. Absence. If she truly feels bad about losing you, she will try to reintegrate into your life, but keep in mind that you are no longer. You are stronger than the man she left behind. Today, and you must use discernment regarding. When you pause, you can see who you let in. You become the prize if you pursue her. Recognize that you have advanced in level, that you're not, and that you've gone on lingering for her to realize. That's when she will begin to pursue you. But by at which time you'll be able to determine whether she is truly worth your time. No longer. The power has changed, so be composed and calm when she extends her hand. Allow her to sense the change in the balance of power, that you're in charge now, not her. If she wishes to regain, she will need to put in effort to enter your life. But be careful not to drop your You've raised your standards, and if she can't possibly not meet you at your next level, the ninth live performance is worth the effort. Discover your mission and live with purpose. Find your mission, women with purpose. Women are particularly drawn to men who are motivated by a goal that consumes all of your energy. Is intent on her. It demonstrates that you're lacking in this area. Locate your purpose, be it professional or personal growth, or a passion project, and turn it become the focal point of your existence when you're living your life with meaning. Trust me, all else comes into place. When she realizes the change, she will regret it. Abandoning a man with such guidance and men with purpose and ambition, don't waste time spent on irrelevant things. You will discover your life's purpose. Acknowledge that the time and effort you are important, and when she realizes that you're no longer concentrated on her, but rather creating something amazing, she'll begin to, I regret leaving you behind. Dedicated, spend time on your objective every day, no matter what. Perhaps allow your mission to guide you and observe how it changes every aspect of your life. When you're concentrating on your objectives, you'll discover that everything else, relationships, friendships, and failure, into position. Naturally, number 10 creates a lasting impression. Create a legacy. Think beyond connections. Larger than relationships in the final analysis. Relationships change over time, but what kind do you wish to leave behind a legacy? Consider more than just dating. Concentrate on creating something durable. Whether it's a personal brand or a business or a social contribution, you will go far if you work on your legacy. More appealing to her as well as to everyone in your immediate vicinity gravitates toward you. Toward those who are constructing something significant, you're not the same guy anymore, who is just concerned with regaining her. You are concentrating on creating a life that is greater than any partnership you're in, striving for a lofty goal, and that when she understands that energy is magnetic, that you're not worried about being duped anymore with the minor details and instead committed to creating something enduring. The apologies will be intensely establish long-term objectives for your life's work to create value that goes beyond your individual relationships. Create something that creates, you're proud, but what kind of influence would you like to leave on the world? For what type of legacy are you constructing? Number 11, take use of your freedom. Don't let anyone hold you back. Embrace your independence. This one may be the most contentious. Yet value your independence. Society frequently encourages males to get married and make a commitment to fit into specific molds. However, at the moment you owe no one anything, thus you're free. Use this time to investigate who you truly are, what you truly desire, and the type of life you choose to lead at what time you accept the freedom you acquire. Unstoppable, and she will regret it, I promise. Always attempting to cut your wings for freedom is among the most overlooked features of being unattached, rather than seeing consider a breakup as a loss and an possibility of unrestricted growth. No more concessions. No more holding returned by someone else's standards. You are free to live your own. It's powerful to live life on your terms. Explore, travel, take chances, and enjoy your life on your terms without having to